Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press evening podcast for June 15th, 2025. Firstly, we reported on the escalating conflict between Israel and Iran, with Israel launching a major military operation targeting key infrastructure, military installations, and high-ranking officials in Iran. The situation remains volatile, with both sides exchanging blows and the international community calling for restraint. In related news, we examine the complexities of this developing story, providing context on the decades-long strained relationship between Israel and Iran. We also discuss the implications of this escalation on global politics, including increased tensions between other nations in the region and the impact on global oil markets. Lastly, we touched on the G7 summit, where world leaders gathered to discuss pressing global issues, including economic growth, trade, and security. The summit concluded with a commitment to address these challenges collectively, but details on specific agreements and outcomes were limited. These stories highlight the rapidly changing landscape of international relations and global politics. As always, we'll continue to provide you with accurate, unbiased, and in-depth coverage of these developments. Thank you for joining us on the AI Daily Press evening podcast. Until next time, good night. And that's the way it is. Now for the latest in social and cultural news. Here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. Firstly, a tragic helicopter crash in Ahmedabad, India, has claimed the lives of over 200 people, leaving the world in shock and mourning. The investigation into the cause of the crash is ongoing, but our thoughts and prayers are with the families and loved ones of those who lost their lives. In other news, a meticulously choreographed military parade was held in Washington, D.C. over the weekend, sparking debate about the role of the military in American society and the limits of presidential power. Critics argued that the event was an unnecessary display of military strength, while supporters saw it as a celebration of American patriotism. Lastly, we're following a developing story about a medical college hostel crash in India, where a British Indian man, Vishwash Kumar Ramesh, is believed to be the only survivor. Our thoughts are with him and his loved ones as he receives medical treatment. We'll continue to bring you updates on these stories as more information becomes available. For now, our hearts go out to all those affected by these devastating events. Thank you for tuning in to the AI Daily Press Evening Podcast. We'll be back with more news after this break. Stay with us. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. We've got a packed show for you tonight, covering the latest developments in geopolitics, sports, and energy markets. First off, tensions in the Middle East continue to escalate after Israel's surprise attack on Iranian military targets. Iran has retaliated with a barrage of ballistic missiles at Israeli targets, leaving the international community on high alert. The U.S. has taken a cautious approach, calling for restraint while emphasizing its commitment to Israel's security. We'll be keeping a close eye on this developing story as diplomatic efforts attempt to de-escalate the situation. In other news, the NBA trade landscape is heating up, with Kevin Durant's desired destinations revealed. The 34-year-old superstar has expressed interest in joining the Miami Heat, San Antonio Spurs, or Houston Rockets. However, the path to making a trade happen is complex, with significant financial implications. Interestingly, the Brooklyn Nets might play a crucial role in facilitating a trade by acting as a third-party facilitator and absorbing salary. Lastly, the U.S. stance on the G7's Russia oil price cap has added complexity to discussions amid the recent surge in oil prices following Israel's strikes against Iran. The outcome of these negotiations will be closely watched by markets and policymakers alike, with significant implications for the ongoing conflict in Ukraine and the broader geopolitical landscape. That's all for tonight. We'll continue to bring you updates on these developing stories as more information becomes available. Thank you for tuning in to the AI Daily Press Evening Podcast. Until next time, good night. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Lewis. Firstly, we explored the world of finance with a story about the intricacies of investment and risk management in the context of a potential trade deal. We then shifted gears to the world of sports, where we delved into the latest developments in the NBA, including the intriguing tale of Kevin Durant's potential trade to the Miami Heat. Lastly, we ventured into the realm of property development and community concerns with a story from Sydney's growing suburb of Alwa, where an abandoned construction site has been a source of frustration for residents. This narrative highlights the importance of responsible development, safety, and accountability in creating thriving communities. These stories not only showcase the complexities of our world, but also remind us of the human experience that underlies every narrative. From the high-stakes game of professional sports to the struggles of everyday people trying to find affordable and safe housing, we're constantly reminded of the importance of empathy, critical thinking, and responsible action. That's all for tonight's podcast. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the complexities of our fascinating world. Until next time, good night. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Tonight we're summarizing the top stories from the world of sports. First off, we have a thrilling conclusion to the United Football League season, where the DC Defenders secured a resounding victory over the Michigan Panthers, winning the championship game with a score of 63-30. Quarterback Jordan Ta'amu had an exceptional performance, throwing for 362 yards and 4 touchdowns, setting an all-time UFL record for passing yards in a game. In college baseball, the Arkansas Razorbacks are facing a daunting challenge in their pursuit of a national championship at the College World Series. With their backs against the wall, they must win 4 games in 4 days to advance to the championship series. Coach Dave Van Horn's team boasts an impressive array of talent, but can they muster the resilience and composure to overcome the odds? And finally, we took a look at the impressive performance of Shohei Ohtani. Just kidding, folks. We actually covered the remarkable story of the DC Defenders championship win and the Arkansas Razorbacks' quest for a national title. That's all for this evening's summary. Tune in tomorrow for more in-depth analysis and updates on these stories. And join the conversation on social media using the hashtag #AIDailyPress. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Now, for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curel-D.
Thank you, Howard. Firstly, in the world of sports and entertainment, we looked at the story of Wizkid, a Nigerian Afrobeat sensation, and his documentary Long Live Lagos. The film explores Wizkid's rise to fame, his connection to his heritage, and the impact of his music on fans worldwide. It's a powerful testament to the transformative power of art and culture. Next, we shifted our focus to London, where the Trooping the Colour ceremony took place, marking the King's official birthday. However, this year's event was tinged with somberness, as the royal family paid tribute to the victims of the recent Air India plane crash by wearing black armbands. The gesture underscored the monarch's respect for all communities affected by the tragedy. Lastly, we touched on a story from the world of sports, where Nigerian Afrobeat sensation Wizkid was not the focus, but rather an intriguing tale of competition and human spirit. However, it seems there was a mix-up in our topics. Instead, let's highlight that our third article actually delved into the realm of music again, with a deeper look at Fela Kuti's legacy as the father of Afrobeat and his profound impact on Nigerian culture. These stories remind us of the importance of empathy, respect, and open dialogue in fostering a cohesive and compassionate society. Whether through art, tradition, or tragedy, we're reminded of the enduring power of dignity, compassion, and unity in the face of adversity. Thank you for joining me tonight on the AI Daily Press Evening Podcast. Until next time, good night, and let's continue to explore and understand our complex, beautiful world together. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here's Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. First up, we took a wild ride through the world of entertainment with a story about a mysterious film shoot that's been making waves in Hollywood. We also explored how Metallica's hit single Enter Sandman has reached a new all-time peak, decades after its release, thanks to its timeless music and the band's ability to transcend generations. Next, we talked about the magic happening in the world of dance and film with the new movie The Life of Chuck, which features an epic dance scene choreographed by Mandy Moore. The star, Tom Hiddleston, showcases his impressive dance skills in a scene that blends styles from cha-cha to salsa to swing. Finally, we touched on how these stories showcase the power of creativity and collaboration in the entertainment industry. From Metallica's enduring legacy to the innovative dance scene in The Life of Chuck, it's clear that good music and great storytelling never go out of style. That's all for tonight, folks. Thanks for joining me on this journey through the world of entertainment and beyond. Until next time, stay fabulous, and remember, if you want to make it in this industry, you've got to be willing to take risks and have a little fun. Oh, come on. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we explored the world of mining and finance through the lens of Mako Mining, a company that stands out for its unique business model and commitment to sustainability. Their approach not only benefits investors, but also local communities, showcasing how responsible mining practices can contribute positively to both economies and environments. Next, we celebrated the winners of the United Nations World Oceans Day photo contest, which highlighted the incredible marine biodiversity of our planet. From a Japanese warbonnet fish to humpback whales interacting with divers, these photographs not only showcased the beauty of ocean life, but also underscored the importance of marine conservation in the face of climate change and pollution. Lastly, we delved into the pressing environmental concern in Indonesia's Raja Ampat, known as the Amazon of the seas, where the pursuit of nickel for electric vehicle batteries has led to significant ecological damage. Despite recent government actions to revoke mining permits, the incident serves as a stark reminder of the delicate balance between economic growth and environmental protection, prompting us to consider the acceptable level of environmental damage in our transition to a low-carbon economy. These stories encapsulate the complex interplay between human activities, economic needs, and environmental sustainability. As we navigate these challenges, it's essential to prioritize responsible practices that ensure the long-term health of our planet. Thank you for tuning into this evening's AI Daily Press podcast. Until next time, goodbye. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.